great show. We're going to talk about New Year's Eve, the costumes that they use, the mummers and all. We have the creator, the fella that makes them, you know, and he made it for that football player, the Eagles, when they had that big celebration. And so I don't want to be too much talking because I got guests here that got so much things. You could, great show. So go call your mom, your pop, and tell them to go to see the show, okay? Your mama, your gumbada, and your gummadis, okay? Ready? All right. In this corner in Madison Square Garden, Barbara Zippy, executive producer of Ciao, Bella, Living Italian Style. And then she's a reporter, and she writes beautiful stories in this newspaper. And it's out, comes out once a month. Boy,
the Italian?
They have a lot of recipes over here, all kinds of food, travel, and it's for $27 a year. Unbelievable. Okay, now, I'm going to introduce her. And
well, let's talk.
But I think I want to open it with you can either open it with a prayer or a song. Ready?
All right,
Ready.
Here we go. Ready, Jimmy?
Happy days are here again.
The skies
above
are
clear again.
Let's sing a song of cheer again. Happy days are here again.
All right, better go. Hey, goodbody. Si Bolsonaro. Okay, now introduce your friend. Okay.
Well, Hank, we love your show. Ciao Bella Living Italian Style loves you as a guest.
I'd love to have you here.
We love your show. And I brought a great Italian American for you, and that's James May.
You know, yesterday I had the Greek priest from the Greek Saint Sophia.
Right.
Oh my God, he talked about everything and all. So I like this tradition, different nationalities, you know, diversity.
Well, today's Italian Day, and James May is the creator of the famous hat that Kelsey wore down the Mummers Parade.
And the uniform,
but
too?
Yes.
The championship, this is now the 2018 championship hat that Jason Kelsey wore down the street. So this is the creator. He's designed all of the Mummers outfits.
And his name is?
49 years. James May.
May.
Originally Mayo.
Well, Italian.
Yes. My real name is James Mayo.
Myers.
But my dad changed our name years ago. I wasn't even born.
He was a society climber.
I guess so.
So Jimmy, we have the fan version of this hat. Let's give it to Hank and have him put it
Here,
on.
Hank, this is for you.
Oh, my God.
Now, the label goes in the back.
All right.
And when you put it on, hold it here and pull it down.
Oh, okay.
Now, that's the fan version of the hat that
Labels
Kelsey,
in the back?
Yep,
Yes.
that Kelsey wore down Broad Street.
I have
And
my hearing aid.
okay. And we're making these
how's that?
available.
Good.
Perfect.
All right.
Perfect.
All right. Oh, wow.
So, Jimmy, tell us how this all came.
Where's that picture of the guy from the Philadelphia Eagles?
Oh,
right
Jason,
here.
here he is. Here
Yeah,
he is.
look at the close-up on that. Remember that? That
Yes.
went worldwide. That's
Absolutely.
unbelievable. Oh, yeah.
So,
And that's you there,
That's
right?
me, and I signed it for you also.
All right.
Let's have Jimmy tell us how that came about. How did Jason come about wearing this costume on Eagles Championship Parade Day?
Okay, where Jason has his hair cut in Philadelphia, he said to the beautician, he said, I would like to wear a mummer's outfit to represent Philadelphia.
Yeah.
She said, my husband is the president of the Avalon String Band. Go over there, look at the
How many years
costume.
ago is this?
Right before the Super Bowl.
Right before
Oh,
the
Super Bowl. Okay.
Right before the Super Bowl parade. This was the night before. She said, go over there, look at the costumes, and pick out the one that you like.
Oh.
So I heard it on the news.
Well, you have a display room?
I have a studio.
Or studio?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I retired 2 years ago
Oh, you
because,
don't do no more?
well,
You make one for me.
possible.
Okay, boxing.
But in In my day, I did more than 1/2 of the string band division
Oh, my God.
and maybe 3 or 4 brigades. In 1 year, we would produce maybe 1,200 costumes
Wow.
For 49 years.
for 49 years.
That's a lot
God.
of costumes.
And they come to you.
If they didn't come to me, they didn't win. That was the ticket. Now, when I say costumes, we started from the hat to the shoes,
Oh, you do the whole thing.
the whole thing. My daughter, Maria, was the milliner. She made all the hats. I did the pattern. She did the hats. And then there were tailors and
How about the
seamsters.
shoes?
We would make covers for the shoes.
My father's a shoemaker. We all worked in a shoe shop.
How about that?
Now, we wouldn't make the shoe. We would make the cover
Oh, you to decorate them.
to cover the shoe to match the costume.
Oh.
So anyway, that morning I heard on the news that Jason Kelsey was going to wear a mummer's costume. So then about 10 minutes later, I got a call from one of the TV channels, and they said, Jason Kelsey's wearing a mummer's costume, because they knew at that time that I did most of the parade. So I said, I know, I heard it on TV. They said, but he chose your costume
Yeah.
that you made 10 years ago.
Who was the player that wore it?
Jason Kelsey.
Yeah, yeah.
Jason Kelsey.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the
Jason
one there.
Kelsey, right? This guy
Hold up
here.
for that there. There. Can you get a shot on that?
So-
I want to get a shot on there, right?
So, Hank, one of
Okay.
the things that's exciting about these hats being available for people to buy,
They can buy them?
they could buy these, is because proceeds from every hat a portion of the proceeds go to Mummers Against Cancer.
Oh,
Isn't
I
that
want to
nice?
keep the mummers going.
Right. And you're wearing the fan version of the hat, and this is an exact replica of the hat, which is much
Same as
more.
this?
Well, this is the exact replica of the hat that Chelsea wore. That is the original costume.
Can I put that on?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can.
Eh.
It's much more intricate,
Let me see.
and here you
That's
go.
a bigger one, huh?
Yeah.
It's a bigger one.
But Hank,
On to victory, on to victory.
Put that
fighting.
label in
What's
the
what's
back.
the back is where the seam is.
Them two.
There you go. There you go. Put it on like that. And
he's
so
putting it
these
on
are
backwards.
available. These are available for purchase at www.the2018championshiphat.com. And here we go. I think we need to change that around. Turn it this way. It's backward. All the way. Little bit more.
Keep going.
Keep going. Little
Keep
bit
going.
more. Turn it around a little bit more.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Little
Keep
more.
Going. Little bit more.
Little more.
Little more. We want that feather up in the front.
The
There
speck.
we go.
Good.
There we go. Now,
Now-
there we go.
It's heavy, isn't it? Now, this is a collector.
Hey, you know what?
Now this.
You know who was a great fan for this Mummers? Frank Rizzo.
He was the best man for the mummers.
Yes, indeed.
He supported them, helped them, and he's
Yes.
very, very well missed.
I want to thank you on July the 17th.
Yes, thanks.
It says when we had the celebration of his statue. Tell me all about it, what you all did here. I came here.
You know, Hank, this controversy about Rizzo's statue coming down really needed attention, right? And this was the anniversary of Frank's passing. We all went out on a hot, humid day. My
Yeah.
husband was in the hospital, and you and your
Yeah.
daughter and Peg DeGrasse, you all went out. Captain Lou from the Chapel of the Four Chaplains and Jody Della Barba.
Yeah, he gave a speech.
He
Yeah.
gave to Captain Lou gave a speech because the shipyard, the Navy Yard, was very important to Rizzo. Jody Della Barba.
Yeah, and then who's
And
that at
then
the bottom there?
who's that at the bottom? But Hank's is
My
going
daughter
Carol,
Carol.
his
She's in
daughter.
the audience over there.
Yes, she is. And as a result of this, Hank, you know, they started now saying that they're going to leave the statue until they renovate the plaza. And so now what we have to do is be on the renovation committee for the plaza to make sure that we know.
They're not going to bother.
They're not going to bother it now, but you did a great job. Your
Well,
people.
let me tell you, how I got to know Frank Rizzo, and I was a policeman in Norristown. I used to box and then use the name Hank Cisco, the Cisco Kid, and I used a pearl. My chief was very, he let me do a lot of things. Had a pearl handle gun. So the Philadelphia Inquirer come over there and they says, "You something like Cisco Kid? We have one in Philadelphia." Next thing you know, he calls me up. He says, "Hey, you, what's this, Cisco? Come on down. I have lunch." Ever since we became great friends. In fact, I was one of the pallbearers. I never worked for him, but he sent then Commissioner O'Neill, and we'd go out and have lunch and all, and go to the house. And if you get his book, you'll see where, I think it's page 144, there's a whole page about me, how I had Carmela's, when I go to the house, he wasn't mayor then, and Carmela says, "Get him out of the house. He don't stay here." So I says, "Look, there's a restaurant up in Collegeville, and it's called Harpoon Louie." When he heard that, he says, "Oh boy," So we went there, and and there was a lot of people in the bar, and they recognized him. And they all started clapping. "Come on, Frank, come on back. We want you," And I think that stimulated him to go, but he shouldn't have, because he wasn't in good health, And he says, "Oh, I'll go to the doctors after the election,"
But Frank Rizzo was a very strong force in economic development for the city of Philadelphia.
Oh,
Between the Mummers Museum, the African American Museum, the Philadelphia Navy Yard, the man loved Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah.
So we're really happy for your support, and that's why we were so excited to bring the Mummers things here
Right.
today.
When I was one of the pallbearers, and the church was packed, and the viewing the night before, up to midnight, and when we were going up Broad Street, people were lined up all along there, people crying, people blessing themselves. We're going by some of the hospitals there. The nurses were hanging out the windows, waving and all, It's really, really a sad thing, So every year, myself and a couple of my friends, Ed McBride and John Fitch, who used to be Frank got him a job with Leonard Toes, the owner of the Eagles, as a bodyguard, So I still see him. So we go there and we put a wreath there, But it's up to you. You did it, and we're going to do it again.
We are. Dom Giordano came out and was the MC. Dom Giordano from the radio station, right? At the Rizzo statue. And we're going to try to do it every year, Hank. This way the people of Philadelphia remember him. But let's talk a little bit about the fan version, because this excites me.
What else you want to talk about?
Leave that on. Leave that on.
Not all this thing
It's heavy.
It's
too
heavy.
It's pretty hot.
Yes.
But you see, this is the fan
Where's
version.
the platform?
Jimmy, show them
Here,
about the fan
pass it over.
version.
Oh, my God. And you said one of them's mine?
Yeah.
Absolutely, you're
Oh,
going to get
wow.
one. You're going to get the fan version. Hank, tell them about the fan version.
Rock, you going to wear that? You going to wear it?
They look great on women
And men.
and men. Anyway, this is made for durability. Like guys go to the game, maybe they'll have a couple beers. Accidentally, they might take it off and sit on it.
Oh, yeah?
So look,
Wow.
so that's
That's
just
good. When
comes
you go
right
to the
back.
football game.
Right, and if it gets rained on, this material, it'll just dry out. The only
No
thing
kidding.
you have
It'll
to
bounce off like.
Yep. The only thing you have to do is let the birds dry.
Yeah.
Let the feathers dry. It's very durable.
That has, you can use that for St. Patrick's Day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then we'll put an eggplant there for Italian.
We could use it all year long. Isn't it nice to
No,
celebrate?
listen. You could leave it the way it is and then put an additional Italian flag.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You could put your Italian
you could put
flag
I
the-
on
can do it when the Polish, yeah. Yeah,
You
you
can,
can put the Italian
There
flag.
you go.
You can put the Italian flag on there with
We'll
the,
make it work. That'd be good.
Yeah.
That'd be good, yeah.
And I'll put one of these here on there, too.
Land,
The
of,
land
the
of the
free.
free.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll have to design it, Jimmy. You'll
Yeah.
have to add it in before
That's
we
great.
leave
That's
today
great.
for the studio for Hank.
So, all right, now, what else you want to tell me about? About your newspaper.
So the other thing that we want to talk about is Jimmy made
They're
front
coming here
page-
next.
Well, this is the Delaware County Bar Association. He made the cover picture of. They did a thing on the underdogs.
The underdogs,
and
right.
Vince Papali's in that shot, and the whole.
Oh, yeah, I see the guy,
and,
yeah.
what was the name of the crime dog you did for
Sid.
Yeah, you're right there.
Sid.
for the Delaware County
Delaware County.
Criminal
Bar.
Investigation
What's
Division,
that football
right?
player's Palala.
Vince Papale.
Vince
He's in that
Papale.
picture. He just has
Yeah,
a
he
new
was going
book
to come
out.
on the show, and then he said he was out of the country or something, and he didn't get back to me. I'll get him later.
Travels a lot. We'll have to get him in here too.
Yeah, I'll get him
for
up.
you.
And tell me who did.
Oh, well, and so on your poster, who you're here with, right? These are our new set drops for Ciao Bell Living Italian Style. Up there you have April Margera, and she's the mom of Bam Margera. If you guys remember that show on TV, the kids knew it from MTV. They're Italian. And then you have Peter DeFeo. He was just in Sam Catt's documentary that he did, and he played one of the Amish people. And he's been on Boardwalk Empire. He's on a lot of TV shows as a character actor. Then here you have the famous Hank
it's me
Cisco
there
with Rizzo's picture.
Frank Rizzo and Judge Smythe.
Judge Smythe, right? You were a guest
he
on
was,
our
He was
show.
the district attorney at the time, and he promoted me to lieutenant.
Right. And then over here we got Charlie
Gracie
Gracie was a guest.
Yes.
Right? And he's famous for Butterfly.
In the old city hall, we used to have a policeman's ball.
Right.
Okay. And there was a fundraiser for our pension. And we would sell tickets, and I was in charge of it. And so I don't know how we got it. There's a guy by the name of Gracie that plays the guitar or something. I said, okay, we'll get him. And he played at our. So I don't know if I remember.
His roots are from South Philly. Now he lives in Drexel Hill.
Yeah, well.
He's local. And
they
he
knocked-
just got a new
The city
book.
hall he played, they knocked it down. But I'm going to see if a couple of police officers are still alive.
Right.
We'll greet him when he comes here.
So anyway, I thought I'd show you and surprise
Oh,
you
that's
that you
great
made
idea.
the
Great,
new,
great.
one of the new backdrops.
Okay. All right, what else you got in the front burner?
Oh,
What do you got cooking?
What do you got cooking, Jim?
Well, you know, you're very friendly with Frank Rizzo, may he rest. I was very friendly with Frank Palumbo's wife. Her name was
yeah.
Kippy. I used to make Kippy's gowns.
Bacon.
He used
What?
to also design wedding gowns and ball gowns.
Oh, yeah?
In
Yeah.
the beginning of his
Oh,
career.
my
Kippy was one
You go to Frank
beautiful.
Rizzo's, the Palumbo's. It was so crowded.
Yes.
Yeah, keep your elbows in here to eat.
Then you
crowded.
probably also knew Don Battles that had the CR Club.
Oh, yeah, that was
And
next to it.
Frank and him were partners.
Yeah.
But we were very friendly with Kippy, made her gowns. We would go to her home for dinner.
Yeah.
She was a beautiful, beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Beautiful woman.
But
So-
I want to bring up a point that I think is really important about these and what Jimmy did, because he and his wife retired 2 years ago. So his wife, Betty Lou, is an important part of this.
She
And
makes them too? You
they
help out?
keep-
We
she
work
runs
together.
the office.
She's over there
she's-
taking pictures.
She's
What's she
his
got?
lifeblood. She's his lifeblood. But the thing is, they had to come out of retirement. These are all handmade, not machine made. They're all handmade and hand manufactured in the USA.
USA.
So it does take a little bit more than, it's a little bit of a price point, but that's why we put a fan version together. That's a collector's item because that's the exact replica. And what is nice, like I said, is it's made in the USA. It's handmade in Ridley Township at his studio. And he brought, and he's doing them himself after all
Oh, my
these
God.
years.
Yeah.
Well, let me say, maybe you'll be a stepping stone. Maybe in December or so, get a couple mummers here to play a couple things and
Possible.
take it there
Possible.
and get something I could put on, and we'll. This will be a right arm for you,
Right.
You've got
Right.
a little publicity, and we're on YouTube. It goes worldwide. All your gumbaris and gumbaris in Italy.
Right.
That's it.
So, if this is airing in October, Hank, this is also Columbus, the Italians
Yeah.
month is this month.
Yeah, you're going to come here. We'll have a nice lunch afterwards.
We have in Norristown, you have the upcoming Columbus Monument
Yeah.
on
On the 12th.
October 12th
On a Friday on the 12th.
at 11
You
o'clock.
didn't get they usually put a flyer out. You didn't
Right.
see it? You got one?
Yeah, we're all going to
Okay.
be there. It's the place to be because I think it's really
Yeah.
important how you bring out the school children,
Yeah.
right? And you teach them, let
And-
them listen to a speaker.
And the speaker is going to be Del Ricky, the president judge of Montgomery County Courts.
Okay.
And that's
And
been
a
in the
very
news
nice
so
guy.
much.
Nice guy, And then I always say a couple words, and say,
It's a
say
great-
little bit.
it's a
I
great
give
day.
I give him a little double talk. Nobody knows what I'm talking about.
But you know, Hank, the monument that you all built at the Elmwood Park Zoo is now
Yeah.
starting to take care of
Yeah.
it. It's beautiful.
I know. Well, John Doyle, our director, is after the show. He's going to interview me for a half hour to talk about the monument, how it all came about.
Good.
And back in 1926, 12 Italians went to council and they asked them if they could put a little monument there. So there's an Irish tombstone cutter by the name of Bulger, and his grandson was a policeman, or the district attorney in Northtown, and he was a great guy. He promoted me to lieutenant. But that's how it all started. I was a motorcycle policeman, and we used to go there, and there was a tombstone that says, "On this site will be built a monument for Christopher Columbus." I said, "Whoa!" I thought he was buried there. No. So next thing you know, we got this Tony DeLucia, a couple other people got together. Oh my God! So everybody was going there. Where is it? Where is it? So I found a big rock. I had a quarry, and they put it there. And people were putting flowers there and all, and it just kept going. Now we got a beautiful
Fountain.
flowers, so you have to see it.
Beautiful
It's,
fountain.
It's a lot nicer than the one you got in Philadelphia. It's a popsicle down there.
Okay. Norristown is a beautiful monument,
Right?
yes.
And then we got, so what happened? So, a lot of guys would help build it and finish it and all, passed away or moved away or so. But now, Pat Mascara, Al Zones for the head of the park, and Stan Husky, three of them. They are committed, and John Doyle, he does a movie of it.
Every year.
Films it every year, And they're going to make it more, touch a button and it'll tell you something, whatever.
History, which
technology.
everybody, but that's what we have to learn, Hank.
Yeah.
When they build these monuments today, just like with the Rizzo statue or the Columbus monument, we have to have an education component.
Yeah,
to
well, that's what it
teach.
is.
And this is today because we all have iPhones and with all the clouds and the internet.
That's what John Doyle's doing.
John Doyle is a genius.
Yes,
Al Zone at the Elmwood Park Zoo, and those guys are going to make it so that our next generations understand what the
Yes,
Italian
yes.
Americans have done in the
Yeah.
community.
Well, we have. I used to go there, and because there were trees, and on the motorcycle, sometimes it was hot. I was with my friend, another motorcycle guy, and we would just stand there, and it was cool under the trees, And that's how we got started, looking at that monument, or little tombstone, And an Irish tombstone guy, and the next thing you know, 12 Italians grabbed the thing, and they got it, You have to see it.
Hank, I want to talk a little bit about, ask
Go ahead.
Jimmy to talk a little bit about Mummers Against Cancer and why he picked them. Why did you pick that out of all the charities that have been calling you?
Well,
Why did you and your wife
my
pick
wife
them?
and we sat back and we thought, these are people that we worked with.
Okay.
These are people that we worked with for over 50 years.
Oh.
Plus the fact it was our great income of survival.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought if we have to pick a charity, which I wanted to, because I didn't want it to think we're selling these hats just to make money. I wanted to help
for the
somebody,
city.
right?
Have you ever been recognized by the city?
No, not really.
What's the matter?
The Italians recognize him.
You're not this mayor here. I don't think he'll do anything.
And you know
That's
what?
right.
Can I tell you something? That mayor, Jim Kenney, I used to make his costumes when he was a kid in the Joker's Brigade.
And he used to be the mummer.
Yes. His children are still in the Joker's Brigade.
And he forgot about you.
No, he's been on TV saying that I was a very good friend of his and that I did very good work.
Well, isn't that wonderful?
And he
well, why don't he
acknowledged-
do something? Why don't he recognize you? What's that? That's like a hug without a squeeze. Come on, a squeeze.
So anyway,
Phenomenal.
how this charity came about, and we were approached with juvenile diabetes, this
Oh,
and that.
yeah.
But I
A lot of good causes.
so my wife and I, we decided that these were the people that fed us.
Well, you know, I want you to be the Northtown connection. I had Frank Giordano from the Philadelphia Pops here.
Right.
Great guy. And he took a liking to me, took a liking to the show, and he wants to put a show on here in Northtown. So we're working on something like that, you know. So, and then 2 weeks ago, I had one of the players from the Creed 2.
Oh,
one of the movie,
good, the new Stallone movie.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
here, and I had him over my house, and you know, we talked about doing it. So they're going to make a contact, maybe who does a casting, and also we make a contact, which gets some movies started. Then I had two of the players from the new movie coming up called The Irishman. It's all about the life of Hoffa. And Vince, my good friend Vince, I don't know if you know him or not, got a long name, Italian guy.
Okay.
So he was working on that movie, the Irishman. So I have what I call a dinner. I get a bunch of my friends, and we call it the Mangione Society. And all we do is eat, that's all. And so I called him, come on over. Oh, he's hanging. I'm in New York. I'm shooting a scene. He said, I'm throwing a guy off the roof. The Hoffa, you know. So go ahead.
But you know, Hank, that's another thing that we need to bring people to the attention of, and Jimmy's just aware of it. This is your 30th year doing this TV show.
It's 30 years.
30 years
Well,
of guests.
you got to do a story on it.
We have to do another story
Yeah, I got to do a
on
story
you.
on here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. 30 years. And my 30 years, I had new hearing aids, the eyes over there, prostate cancer, colon cancer, 2 hip replacements, and our show always went on, you know.
So
Yeah.
you're bionic.
So, and she's like a home run hitter, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hank, you've
Great.
been...
And we're hooked up here. You're getting all the celebrities. Here's a celebrity. You are a celebrity.
He is a celebrity.
If that's what you want to call it.
That's
it's,
what we want to call you.
Yeah,
But
we'll have to ask John how we can connect and do some things on here, you know, with all your talent. And you're still a young man.
76.
My God. All right, now we only got about 30 seconds to go.
Okay.
What else you want to tell me? Anything? Come on.
Hank will be coming back again and again for you. We just want everybody to cheer those Eagles on, especially since the Eagle is the mascot for Norristown High School. Is it?
Yeah.
So we're in the right place.
That's right.
Let's go, Eagles.
Yeah, so,
And I'm bringing you a costume to try on when I come back.
All right. Well, when do you come here?
We'll be back.
Yeah. And then you want to meet that lady that makes the pasta?
We're going to meet that lady, and I'm going to bring you Guy Fasano from the Delaware County Veterans Memorial, and maybe we'll try to get Charlie Gracie in here with his guitar.
Yeah, but
Okay?
I like him to do a show a little bit. He still
I
plays.
know. Bring him with his guitar. We'll
And maybe
see.
he'll play a background for him. Hey, goodbody. See what's tonight.
I'm sure he will.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for allowing us to come in your home. But here, it's a wonderful show, and you're great meeting you and what you do.
Thank you.
You and your wife, your family, you know, and it's just wonderful. And for you, you're such a wonderful person. You've got so much talent. It's unbelievable. And you're always helping. And your husband passed away very recent, but
Thank
he's a
you.
great guy. But, you know.
He loved you, Hank. We
Oh,
met at
yeah.
the boxing ring, remember, in Valley Forge with Jake.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they live on forever.
They
So,
do.
ladies and gentlemen, let's say hello, Frank Rizzo. And let's see, we get this here newspaper.
The Delaware Valley
Okay.
Italian American Herald.
Yeah, $27 a year. Subscribe to it. What's this?
And that's a picture, that's an
right,
article.
and then
on
we got
Jimmy.
the other
We're
thing here.
good.
All right,
This is
here.
for you,
we
Hank.
got this here.
We brought this for you.
We got my buddy over here.
and we're going to mug you with a
Right
Ciao
over
Bella
here.
mug.
Ah, yeah.
Whoop!
Oh, and you got a TV show too, right?
Yep. You
All
got
right,
it.
see it?
Ciao
I got
Bella.
rock.
They can
I'll
see it
salute.
on the YouTube.
You got cup there?
Salute.
Salute.
Here,
Cendan.
that's yours.
Cendan.
Salute.
Cendan.
Salute means to your health. May God bless each and every one, okay? Salute.